There's a formula on page 18 of your tables. How many of you own maths tables? Do any of you own maths tables? With you. That's yourself. Try and print them off some before you see on it, right? On page 18, when you go into your junior cert, you're going to be handed maths tables. And on the maths tables, there'll be a formula. And it'll say this: y equals mx plus c, where m is the slope, and c is the y-intercept. Okay? Provided y is on its own. Provided y is very much on its own. I'll give you two questions, right? Here's the two questions I'm going to give you, right? So it's asking you for write down the slope and y-intercept at the following lines. Okay, and I'm going to make up similar questions to these, and you guys can see them done. Okay, here's what we're going to write down. Y equals, let's go for 4x plus 3. Okay. Now, can anybody tell me what's the slope of that diagram, of that equation? The number that comes in front of the x, yes? A slope of 4. Can anybody tell me where the y-intercept is? See this? Yes, sir, Anestus. 3. Actually, it's 0, 3. So let me explain how this diagram looks. Everybody looking? Where's 0, 3 located on my diagram? 0 across and 3 up, all right? Can anybody tell me what does a slope of 4 look like? 1 across and 4 up, and down 4, left 1. So this is actually your line. See how steep your line is? It has a slope of 4. And what point does it cross? 0, 3. So that's what your line looks like as well. Okay, I'll do another one for you. Next one's a trick question, right? Next one's going to be a trick question, right? Actually, before I do that, this one was 4x plus 3, wasn't it? Can anybody tell me what would this one look like? Anybody care to wager what that would look like? What's the y-intercept? The y-intercept is the... Why is it the same? I didn't change it, did I? So what's happening? It's still going through. It still goes through the point 0, 3, doesn't it? What's the slope look like? Yeah. So you have to be going downhill, don't you? Across 1 down 4, across 1 down 4. So this line looks something like this. See the way one of them's negative and steep and the other one is positive and steep? One sec, sir. Are you ready? Now, we're going to try another one, which is okay. Well, we only have 5 minutes, do we? All right, I think we get the point of this, do we? Yeah. So you better do question 4 and know about it, right? All you have to do, sorry, you're probably wondering what the minimum answer is. The minimum answer is simply this. So, see, I'll do one more. See, you're always asking what the minimum answer is, aren't you? Fair enough, right? Right, here's the minimum answer. You ready? You just write slope equals. What's the slope equal for this one? Whatever number comes in front of the x, slope is 3. And intercept 0 minus 7. Is that okay? Is everybody happy with the minimum answer? The minimum answer is what's in the box. Let's keep going. Still got 5 minutes. Still have 5 minutes, right? Now, question 5. Question 5 is exactly what I showed you a minute ago. I've already drawn these for you, haven't I? Now, here's how I draw another one. For argument's sake, y equals 1/3 x plus 7. You cool with that? Now, here's what I like from you. 1, 2. I want you to label your graph, okay? So you have to have this done. Now, what problem am I about to enter here? It's not tall enough for 7, is it? So for argument's sake, I'm just gonna change this to 2. That's okay with you guys. Is that all right? Now, so I want you to have a diagram. Now you can draw both lines on the one diagram if you want. Okay, so you have to label this diagram like so. Now here's what we're gonna do. What does this mean here? The +2. What did we say earlier? Yeah, so it hits this point here, doesn't it? Yeah. If that was, for argument's sake, if that was -2, where would I go? Down here, wouldn't I? Now, a slope of 1/3. How do we do a slope of 1/3? Anybody know? It's a positive slope. Would you everybody agree with that? Yeah. 3 across 1 up. Let's do it. 3 across 1 up. Ready? 3 across 1 up is there. Or you can go 6 across and 2 up, which will be there. Okay? But either way, there's your line, isn't it? You happy enough to do that?
Yeah.
So you'll be on question 4 and question 5 tonight. Keep going. Oh, these ones. All right. I'll do one of these as well. You ready? So this will be loaded up onto YouTube tonight. So if you're stuck, you can just look at what I'm doing. So here's what you're going to do. There's what's called the equation of a line formula. It looks something like this. Everybody cool? You cool with that? Okay. Now here's what you're going to do. I'm going to make up my own question because I don't want to do your question for you. Yeah, you're going to do 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Now, does everybody see the question I made up? 4, 3, slope is -3. Here we go. Instead of m, what do I put in? -3. Instead of y1, what do I put in? Actually, I'll make that -3. Instead of y1, what do I put in? -3. See the way there's 2 minuses? If you put that into your calculator, what will it be? That's clearly a +3. So that'll be y +3. Now, what's x1, lads? X1 is 4, isn't it? Multiply it out, what happens? So you multiply it out? -3x plus 12, yeah? Now, see the way it wants it? It wants the y on its own. So it wants the y on its own. So what do we need to send over the other side? And what happens when you send +3 over the other side? Huh? When you send +3 over the other side, it becomes a -3. So it will be 12 -3. And what's 12 -3? +9. And that's the equation of your line. Okay? Now, gents, you're going to do for your homework, it's page 277. It's going to be questions 4, 5, and 6. If you're stuck, please check this video later. It'll tell you what to do. Did I take the roll?